Tonight, Ronda Rousey, Molly Holly, Chyna, Asuka, Beth Phoenix, Lita, Rockin Robin, and Toni Storm in woman elimination match. How's that for going out with a bang?
Tonight's main event is an 8-woman elimination match. The winner to be designated #1 contender for the Joyce Grable Memorial Tournament Championship. Coming down the aisle first, from Kyoto, Japan, Asuka.
Been a crazy night so far. The Battle of the Schmitz ending in a draw. That tag team match, an upset win by an upstart tag team, and now this, an 8-woman elimination match. And here comes Asuka, the Empress of Tomorrow. She's a heavy favorite to win this match. And why not? She's multi-time Ladies Legends champion. Well, you're damn sure stating facts right there, Gino. Asuka, with that smash-mouth Japanese style of hers, in this field with 7 other contenders. And it's a wild lineup. Unbelievable. You know, the wild thing about it is, all of these opponents have faced Liberty Belle Danielle before, except for Toni Storm. She's like the dark horse.
Oh, well, she's certainly appeared already a couple of times against Mercedes Moné and recently on RWL television.
The Glamazon's a good bet to win this match too. After all, she's got a pretty good history, and she's got a rivalry going with Liberty Belle Danielle, and Betty Powers for that matter, from both, well, American Powers. You know, everybody talks about American Powers now, and how they've been split up for like 2 months now it's been.
Even a long 2 months. And fans are definitely concerned as to whether or not American Powers will ever get back together again.
Well, again, that's up to them. Primarily, it's up to Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote, I guess. But she's got a lot of pressure with all them titles and stuff.
Also from Redondo Beach, California, the 9th wonder of the world, Chyna.
My hands-down favorite to win this matchup, full stop. The 9th wonder of the world, Chyna. Do it! Yes, that's it. Do it, girl. Chyna, also a former Ladies Legends champion, and I think she has what it takes to make it all the way through the survival of 7 other opponents in this absolutely chaotic matchup.
Yep, Chyna's got the potential. I don't know. Is she a favorite? Well, to you she's a favorite. I'm not sure she can do it. If I gotta keep it 100, Gino, when I do, I don't think Lita is gonna be able to hang with this field of 7 other opponents for very long.
Well, she's one of the smallest in the group. She's very likely to be one of the first to be eliminated, especially in an aggressive field. If she's targeted by more than one opponent, it could be lights out for Lita.
Now, again, I gotta be honest. Molly Holly, she's got about the same chances as Frosty the Snowman on the corner of Hellfire Boulevard and Brimstone Lane. She ain't gonna make it. She's not even gonna. She's gonna be. She ain't even gonna go 5 minutes. I'm telling you.
Wow, well, a very charitable point of view.
Look, I'm just being honest. The sister of Jake the Snake Roberts, Rockin Robin, making her way down to the ring for this 8-woman elimination matchup. She's got a really good chance. But again, she's got this reputation where she plays by the rules. She's strictly scientific. In a field with a bunch of brawlers and strong women, I don't know if that technical stuff's going to work out too good for Rockin' Robin.
There's always a chance. If she can keep everyone else busy, well, everyone else will be keeping themselves busy. She has to find one opponent and stick with it. If she can stay on one opponent and keep it going, she can eliminate a lot of people if she can do it that way. I don't remember where it was, I've heard it, but it said 1,000 throats can be cut in one night by a running man.
Oh, that's Star Trek. Yeah, I've heard that before. It's a Klingon thing.
Also from Venice Beach, California, the baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey.
One of the last dregs in Too Short's bottom of the barrel, Ronda Rousey. Well, she's got an opportunity. We'll have to see how that goes. But she's got those MMA skills, so, you know, she could handle herself. But in a field with 7 other opponents, that's a tougher thing. It's more like she's not Dione the Titaness or anything, where she can go with 2 or 3 people at the same time.
Ronda Rousey may not be Dione the Titaness, but she has a definite ability in the ring, and she's going to prove a tough opponent in this particular type of matchup. Ronda Rousey is not to be taken lightly.
And from the Gold Coast of Australia, Toni Storm.
Like I said, the dark horse, timeless Toni Storm, putting in an appearance here in RWL's Ladies Legends division. And wow, she is really something else, ain't she?
Yeah, stands today as one of the most popular women wrestlers in the world at the present time. Why not? She definitely carries herself very well. You know, there's an interesting story. You'll note the adornment on the belt of Toni Storm actually has a meaning.
It's got a, what the hell kind of meaning does it have?
It's the symbol of a tiger rampant over a globe. And it means rhymes with wussy, rules the world.
Okay. Alright, well, yeah, that's Toni Storm, alright. Well, like I said, dark horse in this 8-woman match.
Now remember, Danny, old man, pace yourself. You don't have to call everything. The bell's rung.
Lita with a Hurricane Rana. Toni Storm goes after Ronda Rousey. Molly Holly with a flip over neck whip. A pin attempt that goes nowhere. Toni Storm catching it from Rockin' Robin. A whole bunch of kicks and an arm snap. Here's another pin attempt, but no dice. Not happening. Toni Storm switches it up, goes after Lita. Molly Holly whipped to the corner by Rockin' Robin. Molly Holly counters against Toni Storm. Yeah, it's getting a little bit crazy. All right, well, Asuka back in the ring and knocked right down again by the Glamazon. Look at this on the outside. Toni Storm with a fly swatter on Molly Holly. Telling you she ain't gonna last long.
It doesn't look promising right now, does it?
Toni Storm goes back to work on Molly Holly on the outside. Meanwhile, on the inside, Chyna raining a bunch of punches on Ronda Rousey. Toni Storm still on the outside. And she goes after, excuse me, what looks like Molly Holly, still going at it with Toni Storm. Lita with a knee to the head of an opponent on the outside, going under the ring. Again, no disqualifications in this matchup. Anything goes. You can do whatever they like. Toni Storm, center ring, taken down by Rockin' Robin. And this match, well, everybody here wants that shot at the Joyce Grable Memorial title. Liberty Belt Danielle Heathcote's championship. And she loves that thing. She's the first to hold it, and she's never given it up since. Meanwhile, back inside, Toni Storm with a scoop slam on Rockin' Robin. A pin attempt that goes nowhere. A spinning slam from the Glamazon. Ronda Rousey on the outside. Molly Holly storms her, but it don't go anywhere. Toni Storm with a running splash on another opponent. It is just absolute chaos. We knew it would be. Is anyone really surprised? I suppose not. Lita hanging up an opponent off the ropes. Chyna on the outside with Molly Holly. There's a pin, but no good. Beth Phoenix has to go back from start. And we still ain't got no eliminations yet. A lot of this fighting is going on the outside. Chyna's into it with Lita. Toni Storm breaks away from the crowd. Ronda Rousey back on the inside, putting the boots to Beth Phoenix. Ronda Rousey with an opportunity to go for a pin with nobody else around. Both boots into the midsection of Beth Phoenix. And Ronda Rousey cuts loose with a chair. And everybody else is fighting on the outside. Complete and utter chaos. Toni Storm back on Molly Holly again. I guess they really don't like each other very much. Beth Phoenix with a knee to the head of Molly Holly. Ronda Rousey taken down by the Glamazon. The Glamazon's got a knack for these multi-person matches. She can take control of two opponents at the same time. You know, kind of like Dione. Chyna trying to swing the chair, but Beth Phoenix rounds her up into a torture rack. Possible submission on the outside. Just out of the lighting area, you can't really see anything. But Toni Storm's going to work on somebody back there. Chyna catches a shot to the head with a candlestick. And we still haven't seen a single elimination yet. It'll take a long time. Gino, this match, absolute chaos. And you know, it says a lot about the ladies division in RWL. We have one of the best ladies divisions anywhere in all of professional wrestling. I will not argue the point because it wouldn't be worth it. Meanwhile, back in the jungle, it's just still crazy. Ronda Rousey with a bulldog. Another submission attempt by Beth Phoenix. There's still a bunch of ladies on the outside. Chyna runs after Lita. Drops a neck breaker on her. Takes down Molly Holly with a shoulder. Wow. Here's a pin attempt. One. Only a one on this one. Toni Storm with a kendo stick. Disarmed by Lita. Catches a jawbreaker. Ronda Rousey back to work again on Beth Phoenix. What a match we've got going here. What a main event. And whoever wins this one is going to face Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote for the Joy GM Women's Championship. And the Joyce Grable Memorial. It is a mouthful. Danny, it's all right. In the meantime, on the inside of the ring, Beth Phoenix, rounded up by Rockin' Robin, back suplex. On the outside of the ring, northwestern corner, Toni Storm catches the neck breaker from Ronda Rousey. Rockin' Robin rounded up into a backbreaker by the Glamazon. Only a 2 count. We're hard-pressed to get an elimination here. None of these ladies wants to give up. Everybody wants to win. A spear to Ronda Rousey from Toni Storm on the outside. Asuka still in the fight. Just put Chyna down on the outside. Wow. It's hard to keep track of. Really difficult, especially since nobody's been eliminated yet. You weren't kidding, it was going to take a long time. But we're almost halfway through the time limit and still nobody's gone. Beth Phoenix leaves the ring empty, comes outside with a chair. Asuka, with those martial arts skills, takes the Glamazon down. Chyna gets Asuka back in the ring. And then Chyna gets taken down. Toni Storm unloads on Chyna with a kendo stick. This is an insane main event. Tell you what, whoever winds up facing Liberty Bell Danielle, they earned this spot. No question about it. If you're the last woman standing in this particular field of 8, you owned it. Great, nobody's inside the ring. No pin attempts, no submissions. Oh, finally. Ronda Rousey brought back in. Asuka just came back in. Chyna just rejoined us. Asuka goes behind on Chyna. Here we go with the Asuka lock. Could be the end for the 9th wonder of the world. Nope, not yet. Meanwhile, on the outside, Beth Phoenix going to work on an opponent here. Here's a pin attempt from Toni Storm, and that's it. That is the end. Apparently, it looked like for Asuka. Now a submission on Toni Storm. This match is absolute chaos. So we got 1 elimination so far. Toni Storm on the inside slams Asuka into the canvas. Everybody else duking it out on the outside. Whoa! A kendo stick tossed to the face of the Glamazon by Lita, the Queen of Extreme. Whoa! Face buster. Rockin' Robin still in the game. There's a toss from Rockin' Robin. Lita goes behind on Robin. Meanwhile, on the inside, Toni Storm putting the boots to Asuka. So far, just 1 elimination. More than halfway through the time limit. Toni Storm with the elbow drop on Asuka. The Empress of Tomorrow's laid out. 1, 2, 3, and that's the end. Wow. Now we're down to 6. And Toni Storm has already eliminated 2. She is performing amazingly. Who would have thought that she was a dark horse? She's turning out to be pretty amazing. Beth Phoenix takes Lita down. Covers. 1. Nope, not enough. Toni Storm brought back into the ring by Rockin' Robin. Wow. Look at this field. Thinning out more and more. 1, 2. Another elimination. Rockin' Robin's gone. And then there were 4. Yep. Lita, Beth Phoenix, Toni Storm, and Ronda Rousey. Another pin attempt here. Well, whether on purpose or by accident, that got ruined. Lita just took out Ronda Rousey. And the numbers are thinning out pretty quick. Toni Storm catches it from Lita through the ropes. Human missile. Ronda Rousey's out of here. So long. Oh, too bad Bella Unlimited isn't going to the dance. Oh well. Wow. So these are our final 3. Toni Storm with a neck breaker on Lita, the Glamazon, back up on her feet. Another Hurricane Rana to Lita. Oh, these are our final 4. No, we're down to those final 3. This match is confusing as all hell. Toni Storm has laid everybody out. Already has 2 eliminations down. Only 2 eliminations to go. Beth Phoenix taken down by Toni Storm. Lita, she's back in the game. Toni Storm driven into the barricade. Beth Phoenix gets back up. Toni Storm drives Lita towards the barricade. Drives Beth Phoenix back inside the ring. And here comes Toni Storm. She and the Glamazon lock it up. Whipped into the northwest corner. A clothesline from the Glamazon. Toni Storm up into the powerful slam from the Glamazon. Lita back in the mix. Goes after Beth Phoenix. Toni Storm has rolled out of the ring. Lita goes for the cover on Beth Phoenix. 1, 2. Nope. Toni Storm with a chair, but Lita takes her down real quick. Beth Phoenix is laid out. Lita goes into the submission on Toni Storm. Toni Storm finds her way out of that. Beth Phoenix taken down. The kendo stick out of play. Toni Storm stretching the Glamazon. Look at this. This is, oh wow. Hello. That's it. The bell's rung. The Glamazon's done. It's down to just Lita and Toni Storm, and Lita just took her down with a beautiful aerial move. The Queen of Extreme rolls out of the way of Toni Storm's shot. Sets up. Oh, look at that reverse Frankensteiner with a pin. 1, 2. No. Just the 1. Beautiful reverse Frankensteiner from Lita. A shot to the midsection from Toni Storm. Toni Storm slams Lita into the turnbuckle. Lita counters, finds her way out. Goes to the other corner. Crashes and burns on the moonsault. Toni Storm whips her into the corner again. Toni Storm with a kick to the leg of Lita. These are our final 2. I don't believe it. Another Hurricane Rana from Toni Storm, who takes herself to the top turnbuckle. She's gonna go where? Look out. Here it is. Boom. Elbow across the chest of Lita. Here's a cover. 1, 2, 3. And are you... wow, what a night. Toni Storm.
Here's the time. 16 minutes and 32 seconds. Your winner and last woman standing, Toni Storm.
I certainly hope Danielle Heathcote's fully recovered from her casket match with Luna Vachon, because here comes Toni Storm.
All right, fans, before we wrap it up here, at the end of the match, during the break, Toni Storm got a hold of a microphone, and she certainly had quite a bit to say. Let's check it out.
Danielle Heathcote, I think it's time you and I should meet over the Joyce Grable Memorial Tournament Championship. And don't be late, please.
As they say in the hood, oh snap. Toni Storm gunning for Danielle's coveted Joyce Grable Memorial title. And it's going to be a colorful edition of Snarl this upcoming Saturday. Oh, Danny, wish I could be there.
Yeah, me too. Well, folks, that wraps up this edition of RWL Southwest Championship Wrestling. We thank you, as always, for being with us. Coming up this Saturday will be the next edition of RWL Snarl. And we'll be back, well, whenever. For all of us here at RWL Chicago, Danny Awesome and Gene Berry saying good night. Thanks. We'll see you next time.